Hey, this is Greener Grass, a podcast now with the Digital Network. We're so happy that you guys are here. Kelly and I are so excited to say that this is season 6. If you haven't yet, go to our show notes and opt in for our newsletter. We'll send you stuff about us, our guests, and if we have any breaking news. So excited to have you. Let's get started.
Girl.
What do you know?
What do I know? About what? About my life?
We haven't talked forever.
Okay, so I feel like this whole conversation on all my podcasts is going to be the same about how I'm working like full ass life right now, and I'm trying to figure out how to fucking manage it. But we're here. I think I'm going to grow calluses to the schedule. I think I'm going to grow tolerance for it, but I don't have it yet.
Okay. So what does this mean? How did this happen? They needed you. New year. Everyone wants Pilates.
So yeah, a couple things kind of came together. It's like a confluence of things. So listeners, by the way, happy 6th season, Kelly. What is happening?
Crazy. We never thought.
Oh, I think if we had planned it this way, it just never would have gone that way.
True.
Zero chance.
Sometimes when I have really good ideas, I think, well, I would need Carrie involved because I feel like I'm an idea person and I come up with 10 million ideas, but you were like, figured out how to record, figured out how to edit. And it was like, okay, we're doing this. I would have never done all of that.
Yeah, because I started the expecting errorless first, and then I figured out that I know how to do it. And I was like, okay, well, Kelly, I know that fucking formula. Yeah. So let's do this. And it's kind of followed our lives. And I feel like also there's people that I end up asking to be on this podcast that I would not have a place to interview them otherwise in my life. And the interviews are so rich and I'm learning so much from them. It's worth it. It's like, yeah.
It's fun beautiful. Too, because, okay, so we're going to get back to why your life is crazy. But when I use this in business a lot, that I go through spaces where I'm like, who should we ask to be on the podcast? And I like can't really think of anyone. And then there's other times that I'm like, oh my gosh, I have 8 people and they all can record. Yes. And so I've been on this like recording frenzy for 2026 season. And I love the people that we've gotten so far. And I have a couple more that just are like, hey, let's do it. One of which, so Jordan, whose partner is Kevin Mayer.
Oh yeah, Dancer Jordan.
And he is touring with New Kids on the Block. And so he's doing all these fun reels with Donnie Wahlberg and Joey McIntyre. Like he's doing these fun reels. And I was just like, why am I not asking Jordan? Anyway, so Jordan, then another person, Kristen, who is at the cheerleading championship right now. She's like, this is the Super Bowl of cheerleading, but she is heavily involved with Ohio State cheerleading, with a lot of different college cheerleading squads. And so she's going to be on, but just so many different episodes. So I've been like here and ready, and you've been like full-time working like crazy. And we're like, when are the two of us going to catch up? We have to kick the season off.
Yeah, and we decided January 20th is going to be the day we drop we're back at season 6. By the way, speaking of our past guests that are killing it, Savannah freaking Miles. She's Miss Georgia now. Oh, yes. Is she not?
And I mean, she's always been hot as ever.
But she's like hot.
She's got it going on. She's got the pageant thing going on. Yeah. You know what? I should, as far as social, redrop some of those episodes with just not redrop, but visually redrop.
Remind. Yeah, absolutely. Like Savannah Miles is killing it. So if you guys didn't hear that episode, basically she had been like Miss Teen Georgia. And then she said on our podcast, she's like, maybe I'll get back into it. And then like 2 years later, she's Miss Georgia, and then went to Miss America pageant, I believe. Did I see those posts? Yeah. Yes, I saw those posts.
And then Raphael, he's the new Dracula movie.
Luce. Yes, Raphael Luce, who was Henry Creel / Vecna, who was the young version of him in season 4. Obviously, Stranger Things. By the way, Kelly, maybe our next weekly needs to be a what we're watching, because I am watching the shit out of some TV right now.
Okay, you know that I mean, name the show. I bet I've seen it. But you know what? You know what's the greatest thing about us sharing what we watch? You and I like different things.
Yeah, we do.
We have like a little bit of a different thing going on, which is good because I feel like people are always looking for shows. So the drop what we're watching is good because it's very well rounded.
I agree. Obviously, Stranger Things came out and finished. There was a huge hullabaloo about some people's disappointment / some people's elation, like me. I was very happy about it. But can I tell you, I'm going to say one thing about Stranger Things, and then we're going to move on to our crazy lives.
Yeah.
I think the response of Stranger Things, what happened afterwards, where people, it was like half and half, 50% people were very disappointed, and then the other half very happy. I might get a lot of shit for this, but I'm going to stand on my opinion, is that I feel like this is the epitome of millennial / Gen Z entitlement.
Yeah, they want the ending
they want the ending they want.
Yeah.
And it's not up to them.
Yeah.
This story is not up to them. And the crazy thing about fan fiction is that sometimes fan fiction will take over and create an entire world. Like all of Wicked is fan fiction.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So it doesn't mean that there's not a place for it and that it's not amazing ideas. But the thing is, it's these two people's story.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's so many threads and like memes about like, oh, you guys wouldn't have lived through the ending of Sopranos, you know? Right. Or you guys wouldn't have lived through the ending of Lost because it was like, what?
Yeah, Game of Thrones, the end of Game of Thrones. I was like, waited so long for that episode, and then I was like, are you effing kidding? The end of Game of Thrones. But some of the best shows I think have that.
Yeah, because it goes on so long that it like kind of creates a world of its own for its audience, and the audience feels so much ownership in how the story is supposed to end for them.
Yeah.
And the anger around it is crazy to me. It's so hilarious. I'm just like, you guys would not have lived through the generation I lived through. We had no say. Yeah. My friends.
Yeah.
So
agree.
It makes me laugh. Anyways, okay. So wait, Kelly, before we go into my madness, please tell me about are you having madness?
No. You know what? Am I having madness? Well, let me start off by saying the word that I chose this year, and I did do a post about it, but last year I chose the word joy, and I did come out of last year. Now let's take the world and environment that we live in out of it, but I had a freaking ton of joy last year. Like I became a grandma. I'm obsessed with little Thomas. I love my job. My job is in a good place. I'm in a good place with I just had a lot of joy. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to be super intentional about the word I choose again, because last year I felt like it came to be what the word is. And so this year I'm choosing peace and contentment. And the reason I'm choosing that is because I am a chaser at heart. So I'm always chasing the next big thing. I'm always chasing the next sale or the next title or the next person. And just, I'm always chasing happiness in general. And I feel very much like I am in a super space in life where I like love my job and I'm in a good place with it. I love my podcast. I love teaching dance and yoga. I love the relationship I have with Jeff. And I'm just like, I need to own that a little bit more. And not that I won't still chase things, but just like let go of this, that it's not enough. Like I've always come from a place of it not being enough. And I feel like I want to enjoy this year in a different way. So I'm choosing peace. And I think I brought it into 2026 already. I mean, work is always busy. Dance is busy. Yoga is busy. Like I do have a very full schedule, but I'm taking it on in a little way that like nothing happens if something doesn't happen. It's okay. Yeah. And I'm moving along. So I'm in a different weird, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Jeff wants me to go to Prague with him.
Oh, I know. Have you ever been to Prague?
No, I've never been to
Wait, in the wintertime though?
Okay, well, listen, this is what he said. So he's going to be there over Valentine's Day. And he's like, listen, I'll buy your flight, come to Prague. You've never been, whatever. And I was like, isn't it really cold there right now? And he's like, well, you can be cold in Ohio.
That's true.
And so I think normally I would overthink that. Not that there's not a little bit of overthinking it, because I'm like, I have work. I'd have to cancel yoga on Wednesday. And I'm like, screw it. Like, I'm just like taking on things a little bit different. And I'm like, I'm going to go to Prague. Like, what's going to happen?
Look, the sexiest movies on planet Earth are in Prague.
Oh, good.
I feel like if there's ever like a James Bond film, it's in fucking Prague for some reason.
Okay, I love this. So
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I need to go in with it. Sexy, real social media. Like, I'm showing up. Yeah. That's what I'm doing with 2026 so far. And I am someone that's always riled up. And like, I knew we were recording this at 6:30. I met halfway to get the kids. Their dad was late. I'm not going to comment any more on that than what's dropping it right there. But he was somewhat late. And then we were going to drive through and get food. And we got there and the line was so long. And I was like, and normally I would have been like, what am I going to do? And I probably would have messaged you, audio message, like, Tim was late. And then we went and the food was late. And I was just like, okay, we're just going to go home and I'm going to Uber Eats it. And it's going to be fine. And because I think you work tonight, don't you?
No, I do not. I do not work tonight after this.
Okay, well,
I worked all the way up until this.
All right, I had this stress that you were going to have to go and teach Ariel after this. And so I was like, we have to go home. We have to go home. Anyway, but I'm just like not making things a thing when they're not a thing. That's my new goal. So what, you asked me if I'm crazy busy. No, I'm just like trying.
So here's the thing, Kelly, is that I am starting the kind of busy that you're always used to.
Yes. You have never
done this.
No. And I've done this for 30 years.
Absolutely.
And you have young kids and I have older kids.
Yes. But you know what I've also not done is have money. So this is going to be great.
Yeah.
Because I am definitely more concerned about how I'm going to pull off doing all the steps.
Yeah.
And then in my mind, the money is just a bonus. It's not really the goal. My goal is to get through it and to like do it. But really, I'm going to be really excited to make more money. But I'm not thinking about, that's not like my number one goal.
And I know that right now you're like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I am getting through it, because you do produce several podcasts.
Okay, yeah.
You do have a child. You do have a full-time job. You teach Ariel. Like, how is this happening?
Okay, so number one, I have an amazing boss. She did the show at the Wynn, Las Vegas. Like, what is that show called? Why is it leaving my brain right now? For many years in her 20s.
Yeah.
And then she's been the Pilates, like she's been in the Pilates department in the Vegas location of Lifetime. And then she's run it since she's come here. And she's this fucking phenomenal woman. And she's the reason why I took the job in the first place, even the part-time version of it.
Yeah.
So number one, I get there and I kind of like test drive the job, because I was like doing part-time and I'm test driving my ability to do it and balance it with Bean. And what I realized in the last 2.5 months is that the women there are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, more awesome than like I could ever ask for in a work environment.
I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm just like, and it's so important for your mental health when you're in a space with people every single day, you know.
Yes.
Women, for it to be the type of people you want to be around.
They lift you, they rise you, they're in your circle. They become your circle.
Yes. They become your circle. And then also, I'd never really taught Pilates since I was young, like 10 years ago, in a place where other people were teaching it around me. So I was kind of in a bubble, and it wasn't I didn't think I loved it, because I'm just like, there's no inspiration coming at me, nothing.
Yeah.
But here, there is that inspiration.
Yeah.
So number one, I was like, I love these women, and I actually love teaching Pilates, surprisingly so.
Yeah.
I think also the last 10 years of like dealing with underemployment has really, really like primed me to be like, oh, this whole like, there's nothing hard about this job.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yes.
Like the nuts and bolts of doing the job.
Right.
It's like, I'm sure you feel the same way about your job.
Totally. You're showing up, you're doing the thing, and you're going home.
Yeah. It's not hard. It's not like I don't know how to do this. It's so in me.
Yeah.
So I had all that in my system already. And then what happens was You guys know how the health insurance shit is crazy right now. Okay. And I think by now the Congress has just voted to extend the Obama subsidies, which are just a Band-Aid for the shitty system that we have in America.
Yes.
But it does keep some people afloat, me being included in one of those.
Yes.
And so I did the whole what's it called? Like open enrollment. But Asa can no longer get the insurance for Bean with his job. He can no longer do it. His job is like 20 employees and they don't have the infrastructure.
Yeah.
He has been able to cover her for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
So that is how we've survived. I'm on Obamacare because I'm an independent contractor and I don't make that much money. And then Asa has her.
Yeah.
He came home and said, my company, because of all the rising healthcare costs, they are no longer covering any family benefits.
Yeah.
Just employees.
Yeah.
And so I can still get Obamacare, but Bean can't get either.
Yeah. That's so crazy.
Yes. And it's okay for me to be uninsured. It is not okay for my kid not to be insured. It's like, that's like a no-go.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, number one.
Yeah.
Number two, my boss had said to me over Christmas, my goal is to make you go full-time and try to talk you into it.
Yeah.
So she already planted the seed, okay?
Yes.
And then number three, really, really, really tragic. My coworker, one of those amazing women, her husband passed away last weekend. I know. Of like crazy thing happened. He had a surgery. There was some like complication, whatever. And so as a whole, we are coming together to fill the hole because she's going on a leave of absence, obviously.
Yeah.
Right before that, one of our colleagues also had to leave because of some reason.
Yeah.
So we're filling in holes. And honestly, it's like if you start a new job somewhere, if you don't have that, you kind of start slow.
Yeah.
But because all these holes are happening, and then also it's January, which is high season for fitness, and people want to work out, I knew that the timing would work out that I would just be able to like kind of cruise in and like pick up a lot of work.
Yes.
So I said, fuck it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to work perfectly, but it seems like the right time.
Yeah.
Because I can help if I'm there more. It will help me in the back end, and then also I can't, like, we need to cover her insurance.
So is this like 9 to 3?
Yeah. So luckily, they offer full time at 30 hours a week.
Okay, perfect.
Which is the only way this works, because if it was 40, I don't know how I could come up with that.
Yeah.
So I'm there from 9 to 3 every day. But what that means is I wake up, 6:30, drop Bean off by 7:30.
Yeah.
And then go through the traffic that's not that bad here, but it's still like a little bit of traffic-y. And then I roll in about 8:15, 8:30, like get myself situated. And today I taught back-to-back, Kelly. This is how busy I was today, which is great because I could also be sitting on my ass and not making commission.
Yeah.
I started teaching a client at 9 and ended my clients at 3, and I didn't have a break.
That's insane.
So I taught from 9 to 9:50, 10-minute break to switch, pee, drink water. And then I go to 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, finish at 3.
Oh my gosh.
And that's not every day, but that was today.
And that probably makes your time go really fast.
Time goes really fast. It's also, can I tell you what it's like in that building? It feels like a casino.
Yeah.
Because the lights are on all the time. The music is pumping the whole time. And it's not in the middle of the night. So that's helpful. But it just, I don't know what the fucking time is. I don't know what day it is.
Yeah.
When I'm in that, right?
I can't. I mean, okay, but
so, I mean, it's basically like you're teaching 6 yoga classes in a row. Just imagine. That's kind of the job. And so my colleagues have a fitness for it.
Yes.
And it's a different fitness because I'm not moving my body necessarily, but I'm talking the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm talking. So like, Kelly, the other layer of this, which I didn't say, listeners, fucking Texas is killing me because it is about a year and a half since I've moved here. And guess what usually happens a year and a half after moving somewhere that has allergens?
What?
Fucking huge allergies.
Okay.
Allergies. So I am usually prone anyway, and the damn cedar trees here are like death. So I wake up 2 weeks ago and my right eye is swollen shut.
Oh no.
From allergies, from the air.
Oh no.
So I'm like, Kelly, for at least 5 days this week, I took a Zyrtec every 12 hours. It's supposed to be every 24. I also took a Flonase up each nostril twice a day. And this is on top of each other. And then on top of that, I took a Sudafed.
Oh my gosh.
I had a friend tell me that you can't really OD on like antihistamines, and I just took that and ran with it. You know what I'm saying?
And listen, you're probably hyped up. You're flowing through those classes.
I don't know, because usually antihistamines make you tired, but I was fucking high.
Sudafed is like one of my drugs of choice because it has a speed to it. Sudafed does.
Does it? Yeah. Daytime, right? So I'm on this shit and I'm like popping it like it's candy, because not only do I have to talk the whole time, but I have to be able to breathe.
Yeah.
Because you can't talk and breathe this. Anyways. So, so on top of like, okay, I'm not used to the schedule. I'm like, can't breathe.
Yeah.
But I made it through. And like, I need a fitness for this, because you need a fitness for the vocal aspect of the job.
Yeah.
And then the sleeping, and you have to like get enough sleep and this and that. So this is my new normal. And what made me go, oh my fucking God, was that, except starting today is the day I'm recording podcasts starting for the year.
Right.
So that wasn't even in the mix yet.
Yeah.
So, but it's going to be totally fine, because before I had my kid, and I'm sure you'll agree, you thought you were busy.
Yes. Agree.
And then either you get another kid, or you get another job, or you get another problem.
Yes.
I'm just going to be more efficient. I think it's going to be fine.
So I think that I'm at my best when I'm super busy.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
I mean, the thing is that we're going through levels of busy, because like, I was always busy, but it's just like it's just a different.
So you're there 9 to 3. At 3 o'clock, you get off, and then you go pick up Bean.
Yeah, except for Asa is now picking her up Monday and Thursday, because on Monday and Thursday nights I go straight to the studio.
Gotcha.
So he's picking her up those days, but it makes a huge difference, because I don't even need to. I've come home twice this week on those days, but sometimes I'll just stay out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll just go to my next thing. I'll have an hour at the studio. They have Wi-Fi, and I'll just catch up on my stuff. And, he's got her.
Yeah.
And that kind of evens out our problems that we were having before with me feeling like that was so heavy on me. And I'm sure Asa felt like, not that he was taking so many of the bills, but like, I think mentally it's just, he just like knows that we're depending on him.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think maybe it's lighter for him on that. And... I'm still doing my, I went to Vermont over the New Year's. I'm going to LA in 2 weeks.
Yeah. I love
still doing it.
Doing all the things.
Because you know what's gonna be a real test, and Kelly, you just did this twice in a row, is having that schedule during the week and then going away for the weekend.
Right.
That's what will kill me, I think.
Yes, it is tricky.
Yes.
It is tricky. You get home and you're like,
I need a day. You don't have it.
Yeah, I get that for sure. Well, I'm excited about this for you.
I mean, just the idea that I get more money.
Yeah.
Is like, what?
And you have people in the house in Delaware, right?
We have people in the house in Delaware. Oh, here we go. Update on that, my friends. So we are doing the last bit of our transition, and it's happening now because we just paid for it. We needed to come up with about $3,500 extra to get our shit.
Yes.
From Delaware.
Yes.
And what we were doing was like a third of that was going to come from the actual profit of the rent.
Yeah.
So that had to bank itself for like a month or two.
Yeah.
And then we were going to come up with the rest ourselves. So we're like, fuck it, let's do it now, because we're starting to get to that place where living in this empty house is starting to not be fun.
Yeah.
Like you don't have your shit.
Yeah.
You want your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's coming in 2 weeks.
It's so exciting.
It is. And that marks the end of our transitional period, actually.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah. You're like moved in here, Delaware house happening, full-time job.
Yeah. Full-time job. This is like, it is, I don't know, a 2-year story on that transition, I feel like.
Yeah.
I am going to pat myself and Ace on the back for that because I didn't think that was going to happen. I mean, it's not like I didn't think it was going to come, but I was like, this can't feel longer than it does. It felt so long.
Yeah. I love it. I'm impressed with you guys.
Girl, I won't say this all the time out loud, but I'm fucking impressed too. Because shit, it was like a lot. It was a lot, dude.
Yeah. And Bean is like settled into school now, right?
She's settled. She's got her besties.
Yeah.
The time frame, and she's starting to like camp at my job.
Okay, good.
And like for example, for example, this will come out on Tuesday, but MLK Day was the day before, right? And so she's going to camp. I have her signed up, and no problem.
I love it.
If everybody stays healthy.
So she can go to camp in the summer?
So it's like $45 a day for me to send her that camp. So I'm going to be looking around for more cheaper options because $45 a day if it's one day, but not if it's every day. I mean, that adds up to $1,000 a month.
Yeah. No, that's a no.
But if it's $500 each, that's a little more, it's easier to swallow. It's only 2.5 months.
Yeah.
So it might be something a pill to swallow.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. My parents are coming for spring break just because they want to visit, and that's going to be a little bit of a help there. Kel, how is it's 1 year later, 1 year older. So like your parents are getting older, your kiddos, like you got a grandkid, you got a married daughter, your kids you got a junior? Wait, sophomore. Sophomore
and 8th grader. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, listen, I'll tell this because it's funny. And I've told the story a couple times.
Yeah, please.
I teach kids yoga here and there. And yesterday I went and taught kids yoga, and they're 3 and 4 year olds. I want to say there is a class of younger. They might be 2.5, but
I mean, that's really young.
They are really
yoga.
little. But little Dean yesterday, I didn't go. I wasn't there Christmas week because Christmas Eve maybe fell on the day that I go. And then the following week I wasn't there because New Year's Day fell on the day that I would have gone.
Yes.
And then the first week that I was supposed to go back, we had like they left signs to park out on the street. And I did not look at the sign. And then I went out and I was completely blocked in. And so I couldn't leave my house to go teach yoga because I was blocked in. Anyway, so I missed quite a few weeks. Anyway, yesterday, little Dean said, Miss Yoga, you look a lot older than the last time you were here. I was like, thanks, Dean. Hop up, back up on your mat, buddy. But I was just like, oh my gosh. So yeah, we're all getting older for sure. Listen, your life will free up a lot as she gets older too. I mean, I saw Thomas this morning and he was like such the little giggle butt. I loved it so much. I was making him laugh, and it's just so much fun to go and visit. And he'll be a year old in April. And Kenzie's on her honeymoon right now, living her best life. Posting pictures from St. Lucia and St. Thomas. And Emerson, it's time for her to get her driver's ed permit.
Oh, how do you feel about that?
So when you have your first child, you're like, like you're scared to death.
You're like, this child's never going to drive.
Yeah, when you have your third child, you're like, do you want to go practice out on the road right now so that when you get your license, you can drive to school? No, I'm so excited for her to get her. And she is the child that is very, like, loves go-karts, loves side-by-side. Like, she is, I'm not worried about her. I'm probably more worried about Mason than her.
Like, she knows how to steer a little car.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying we do have a 25-minute drive, and like, I don't know that she'll be doing that right when she gets her license. But, after you get your footing and you get out there, that will be life-changing for me. Just like going to kindergarten and being at school all day. When she goes to, I don't even know what I'll do with my life.
Right, because like the whole drop off and pickup is a whole 3 hours of your life.
It really honestly is. And even from a work, like in my calendar, like every day I have pick up kids, and it's like an hour block because I have to like go get them drive home. Like it's a block of time on my calendar, but even freeing up that time in the morning. I mean, I get up at 5:40 every day, 5:45 every day.
So that you can bring them to school.
So that I can get up, get them ready. We leave for school. And then I'm at the gym 7:30 to 8:30 and I'm at my desk by 9. If I take all of that out, I mean, I could go to the gym at 6:30 or 7, be at my desk at 8. And then I'm not going to have that break at 2:30 to 3:30 or 2:30 to 4.
Oh, yeah. Your whole life is going to change.
I know. I mean, what will I do? Eat bonbons and watch more TV?
No, you'll just end up doing more fucking work.
It's true. People say that all the time. You're so busy. And I'm like, because I create busy. I mean, an open space of time and I like think of an idea to do.
I mean, it's just, I have been criticized for this too. You know, we just got to embrace ourselves and go with it. But, you know, it's like there's a hole and water just always ends up in it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like it just ends up filling itself. But does that mean, so are both of them at the same school right now?
They're not, but they will be next year.
Oh, okay. So for her junior and senior year, potentially she could drive them to school.
Yes. And to be honest, like right now they both start at the same time and they end at the same time. So really, Emerson is quick as can be, Mason as slow as can be. So I drop Emerson off and then I take Mason to school. And then after school, I pick up Emerson. She's like the first child out of Nork High. And by the time we get to the middle school, Mason's wandering out. So because they both end at 2:30, but he like ends up coming out at like 2:45, 2:40. She's out of school 2:31. So if I let her drive next year, well, they would be at the same school. Let's just pretend I let her drive she gets her license in the summer. Never mind.
Okay.
But yes, she should be able to drive him next year.
Right. So when you feel comfortable with all of that, your life is going to change dramatically.
Yes. Yes.
Probably the first dramatic change in many, many years.
It is.
Right?
It is.
Yeah, because since kindergarten.
Yeah. I mean,
and before that.
Yeah, because I've been a parent for 26 years.
Yeah, because you did it in 2 chunks.
Yeah.
Wave 1, wave 2.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, so I checked out Boston.
Yeah. Did you love Boston? What did you think?
Okay.
You were there when it's cold.
Yeah, but it is so beautiful there. Oh my God. Like I was with my assistant Catherine, who's from Texas, and she was going to do the immersion with me. So we flew on the same flight. We rented a car together. We kind of had like a girls' time, and we didn't really have tons of time, but we did have 2 hours before we had to be at the airport on our way back. Yeah. And we drove around. I just drove us around the city. And you know what it made me think of? Like, if I could have another, like a multiverse life, like another Carrie's world, I would have wanted to go to college there and just live. I don't know what it is about that city. It's just like, it just makes you want to be on a university campus with your books and your latte. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is.
I totally
and like, gonna go read in this nook over here and go sit in that park and like go study for philosophy class. You know what I'm saying? There's something about that city.
I love that.
And it's, winter. So you have all of the lights from the Christmas still up and the hustle and bustle of like this very, like, not compared to Europe.
Yeah.
But this very old city of the United States, basically, with all this history. And I was like, oh my God, I have so many fantasy about living here in a different life. I have a lot of fantasies about different lives that I could have had.
Have you, so, I mean, you wouldn't even have time to read a book, but Midnight Library, my brother told me to read it. It is a book and it's, I won't give too much away in case someone wants to read it, but it is someone that's basically like thinking about suicide and they're like in this, or maybe they've, I can't remember. I've never remembered details. Maybe they did take the pills or whatever. And they go to this library and there's a huge book and it's your book of regrets. And it's every regret you've had in your entire life. And she gets to just flip through the pages and choose a regret to read about. And the regret shows you what would have happened if you had done that thing. And so like we romanticize all of our regrets. Like, oh my gosh, if I had gone away to college, or if I hadn't married this person, or if I had married this person. And then it shows you what actually would have happened. And the majority of the regrets that she had, the other side of that situation wasn't any better in the situation that she was in, really.
Right.
It's a really good book.
Girl, on my other podcast, I just recorded for Expecting Aerialist, and we were talking about fucking greener grass. Not our podcast, but actual greener grass.
Yes.
Because she's like my age. She's somebody I met in the Vermont immersion.
Yeah.
She's this Asian woman who's like in her early 50s. She has 3 kids and she's an architect.
Yeah.
And she had this huge corporate job. Same thing. And she's just like, she's like, I think you're so brave.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I'm foolish.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't agree. I was like, I'm not saying that I am having that epiphany that I had last year and that I'm going back on it. I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't say I regret my choices.
Yes.
But I would label them slightly foolish still.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And she's just like, I don't know. Have you thought about how many people you've helped versus me in a corporate job where I'm just serving some corporate needs and somebody's stockholders?
Yeah.
I was like, no, I haven't thought about that. And my family and parents will never think about that. It's not like a part of the calculation.
I wonder if do you still think, which we don't have to talk about this, because I do feel like I thought that you had kind of like let this go a little bit, and you're saying that you still have, but I mean, part of the reason that we started this podcast was because I was looking at your life, and I was like, I wish that I was you, and I wish that I had traveled the world and like done all these incredible things and flowed through the artistic abilities that I had and created something from them in a bigger way. And you were kind of like, I wish I had a corporate job and 4 kids. What's my point of this?
No,
I've always looked at
let it go
and thought like, I can't believe that. So, but do you think that your parents are part of the reason that you hunkered down into that so much?
Oh yeah, Kelly, my mom, I love my mom, and she's my mom, and she'll never change unless she wants to. But she said to me recently, it made me laugh so hard. I don't think I told you. She goes, I really wish she wouldn't have done all that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you don't think you've said that to me for every living moment since then? You act like you've never brought this up. Like the way she was talking about it, she's just like, I need to tell you something.
Yeah.
I really don't think you should have done that. I was like, really? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
You've been saying this with your facial expression every day of my life. I know.
Wonder why moms. So my mom, like in the last year, of course, my hair was dark forever. It's lighter. Some people are used to seeing me with dark hair and miss it, whatever. I feel very like sunshiny. And so I feel like my personality feels lighter when I'm blonder. I don't know. Who knows? Who cares?
Yeah.
But my mom has said probably 8 times in the last year, yeah, I really don't like your hair that color. And I'm like, you've told me. You mentioned it.
You have totally told me in the past. Don't worry.
That. But you know what's so great? This goes back to my age. A year ago or 2 years ago, I would have been so pissed off about that. I would have
right.
And I would have like gotten in the car. I would have called 5 people. I would have brought it right to the podcast. I would have been like stirring about it. I would have gone there the next time and like either pulled my hair up or colored my hair brown or
right.
when I walk through the door. Now I literally do. I give 0 shits. That's her opinion. She shared it with me. Thank you for letting me know. I don't think about it. I literally am like hear her say it.
Same. I laughed. I was like, oh really? You didn't realize you've said that before? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No, it does. It does. It marks growth. And I'll answer your question. I have forgiven myself for those choices, but it doesn't mean I don't see them. I just see it as it's not like all the thoughts and feelings and the entire progress is erased because I forgave myself. It's kind of I have forgiven myself for making the choice that I was going to make. But like, for sure, when we have these conversations about like choosing that type of life, like the reality of it is so real to me.
So you know what? I just had an aha, which I think that you'll get what I'm saying about this.
Yeah.
Because when I look at it, of course I look at you and I'm like, oh my gosh, Carrie, you're so successful. You're amazing. You can do all these things. Lots of people can go get a corporate job. Not everyone can do what you do.
Sure.
I have forgiven myself on being divorced twice and choosing the men that I have chosen. But I can still look at it and say, those were really dumb fucking choices. Those were foolish, dumb fucking choices.
But I'm not mad at myself for it anymore.
So I think understand what you're saying now, because like at first I was like, why is she saying this? Like, I don't get it. Now listen, again, no regrets in the sense that I have 4 incredible children.
Yes, absolutely.
I learned so much from those 2 relationships, and I'm the person I am today because I went through the trials and tribulations of those 2 relationships. But I have totally forgiven myself for those 2 relationships.
And that's interesting because I didn't know that you had done that. You had done that sometime in the last 6 months, and you had done it, and you didn't need to talk about it anymore. I think.
Yes. Like,
I don't know when it happened.
I think I was always so stuck on the fact that I gosh, the fact that I've chosen and like what makes me choose and like why do I definitely have let go of that. I don't know, but I do understand what you're saying, that you can forgive yourself, but still look back and feel that they were foolish choices.
Okay, so here's my thesis on this. I think it's really easy for me to say, God, what I did was so foolish, and maybe if I was in my right mind and not like overcome with my excitement and passion about something, I would have done that, and that would have given me A, B, and C, and D. But having that thought is not making me live through the negative parts of that other choice.
Right.
It's only the fantasy of it that is stable, right?
Yes.
And I'm fantasizing the good part. And the same thing with my friends who are just like, but you followed your creative voice, and there is such an upside to that.
Yeah.
And they are looking at the upside and saying, oh my God, how brave, how fortunate, all this stuff. But what I am focused on is the downside, which is quite big. So I think it's just so hard to like balance those because you're not experiencing the negative the other.
You know what is so funny about these 2 foolish choice situations as well is the reason that we look down on them is because they both lead us to financial trouble and not being where we would like to be in life. Like yours leads in a different way, and mine leads because I'm like financially the supporter of 4 children independently because of the choices that I made previously.
Sure. So right. And I don't know how I would have used, you were in a corporate job and you had those kids, but all A, B, C, D, and all these things happen and you end up in this place. And for me, what I'm also foolishly realizing right now, and I know this like logistically, but really like the idea of having what I call a real job later in life.
Yeah.
You have to start somewhere, and like, let's just say like Lifetime is a huge corporation.
Yeah.
Most of the people that end up in the higher positions in that corporation started where I'm starting, which is not entry level, but like not entry level necessarily, but like, you know, I have a skill as a trainer and I'm coming in as a trainer. Then people in my position would be like move into coordinator, and then they move into management, and then they're now, potentially general manager of an entire place. Yes. And then they go on from there. You cannot necessarily go into one of those levels without having taken these steps.
Right.
Obviously.
Correct.
Obviously. And I guess no matter what I did outside of dance, like being the podcast producer and this stuff, it could get me jobs and I could build it. What I'm finding is I'm not going to get a job from those things. I'm not going to get paid for those things. What I'm going to do is build a skill set I wouldn't have had.
Right.
For a job that I might be able to get because I'm already doing these other things.
Yes.
I never thought I was going to make money podcasting, but I didn't. We say this all the time. I just didn't know it was going to come from it.
Yeah.
And it's still worth it. It's just different than what I thought.
Yes. Agree. Agree. And I think, I think about the podcast all the time because we took a big break and I'm like, I wonder but I start to miss you. I start to miss the podcast.
I mean, that's what always brings me back. I'm just like, if we stop doing this, my relationship with Kelly will completely be altered.
Yeah. And it's so funny because I'm here local, the people that I run into and they like tell me a story that they heard us tell. And I'm like, it's so funny that person listened to that episode.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it's incredible to me when people, do you know, Kelly, this is crazy shit. I don't know why it popped out to me, but like I get emails from my other podcast about our analytics. Like that hosting sends me emails. And for the Artist Entrepreneur, we had like a random extra 29 downloads from Japan.
That's so crazy.
And I'm just saying, like 12 random fucking people in Japan.
That is so crazy.
Are tuning into this shit. And I'm just like, that to me is insane.
It is crazy. It is crazy.
It's crazy because like, why? But then something about the conversations pricked their imagination or, you know, and they're in. And I'm like, that's what it's all about. Actually,
it is. It's building a community.
Finding a worldwide audience.
Yeah.
Yes. So I don't even know what I'm saying, but what I do love is that I feel like we are very actively putting in a lot of work to figure our lives out. Like just putting all this stuff in my life.
Yeah.
I'm going to learn. I mean, Kelly, I have a 94-year-old Pilates client.
That's crazy.
She's 94. She shows up twice a week for me. And the first time I worked with her, because she was handed down to me by a trainer that had to leave, which is part of the reason why I came in full time, because there were people that needed like to be serviced, basically. And so she said, I don't know if she said it to my boss or to me, but she said, I don't want people to be afraid to work me hard just because of my age.
Yeah. So
I worked this woman out, dude.
I love it.
And she feels so empowered. And I'm like, she gives me life. I'm like, oh my God.
So this is what sometimes, speaking of, and here we go full circle, like sometimes I'm like, oh my God, I'm 49. Like my life is over. I'm 50. Yeah. Dean saw me yesterday and was like, holy shit, look what happened to that chick over the holidays. But then you think about the fact of 94, that I could potentially...
No, this is like exactly like pretty much halfway mark if you are lucky enough to live that long.
That's bananas. Like it already feels like I've lived so much life. And like the fact that I could live that like again is bananas.
Oh my God, she gave me advice today. Are you ready for it?
Okay, what is it?
I said,
I hope it's drink every single night. Please let it be drink every single night. Please let it be a glass of wine every single night. Okay, go ahead.
No, so I said, because her husband's now gone, but I was like, what is the secret? Like after all those years, like if there's one thing, she's like in her Southern accent, okay? And she's a white woman from Texas.
Yeah.
She's like, I know women want to be independent and you go be as independent as you want. But you got to let your man think that they are taking care of you.
Listen.
And I was like, okay.
Yeah, you know what?
Wisdom coming down.
There's something about, I did not do that in one of my past relationships. So let me just start there. That was definitely one of the problems. But I do think with Jeff, there is this, not push and pull at all. He knows I'm super independent. He knows that I like to do my own thing. He knows that I'm financially secure. But I think that I make so many decisions with kids, with work, that when it comes to where we're going, what we're doing, I really do let him take the lead. When we're going out to dinner, I let him take the lead. When we're making a decision about the house or whatever, like I am not that person that's like, well, I think we should do. I let him lead in a lot of ways. And there is a certain aspect that I am a little old school. I don't know if this is old school, but I like him feeling like he's taking care of us.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like to feel taken care of. Not to say that, I mean, we're obviously taking care of so much, but like that behind me, there's this rock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he is that. He is that. As much as we like to bicker at each other and fight over things.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she's going to be a new bunch of wisdom in my life. And then also, I just met this woman today. She is 6 years older than me, and I swear to God, in another life, she's my older sister.
Okay, I love
She's a Korean woman. She's my older sister if I had another sister over my sister.
Okay.
Because my sister she is like a type A.
Okay.
And this other woman is like more like me.
Yeah.
She's a little free flowing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was cool. So I was like, I know you don't necessarily need to buy a package to work with me, but will you please? Because I really want to work with you. She's like, I want to work with you.
I love that.
So, yes. Yeah. So, I'm going to have double the stories of clients. Next time, Kelly, unless we just go on another tangent, I would love to talk about what we're watching because, not that we both have a lot of time, but on the time I have free, I binge watch.
Yeah.
I'll watch a show until I'm done with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The amount of shows that I've completed is very sad. And so we can break it down. And you know what? I have been not into the trash TV reality for a few years, and I've jumped in.
Oh.
Jumped in.
Oh,
both
okay.
feet.
I'm really excited to listen about that. I'm really excited to listen about. So there's some big movies that came out over the holidays too. So we're gonna get into that next time, guys. Just hold on to your butts, and we'll get onto that in 2 weeks. And we have a bunch of guests coming in that Kelly's already recorded.
Yep.
Kelly, I'm recording an episode in a couple weeks with this woman who is a functional medicine doctor, and I always ask her about perimenopause, so she's going to give us more about treating it, like holistically.
Okay, I love it.
So that, and we have a lot coming at you guys. Season 6, here we go.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Season 6. Thanks, Carrie.
Okay.
I love you.
Okay, bye.
All right, my friends, thank you so much for tuning in. If you love to hear the sound of our voices, we have a couple more options for you. I have the Expecting Aerialist that's all about motherhood, postpartum, prenatal stage. Great for moms who are just balancing life. I've got the Artist Entrepreneur, which is about me and my RT friends navigating our businesses. And Kelly has What's Next with H&G, What's Next with You and Grace, talking about her amazing products, and how you can create a business for yourself. All right, my friends, if you haven't yet, opt in for a newsletter so you can hear all about us and our guests, and if we'll send you breaking news in that way. And we really appreciate you guys. If you'll smash the 5 stars and leave us a review, it means the world to us. And we'll see you next week. Have an amazing week. This is Greener Grass.